Hi, welcome to SBR Sports Picks. I'm Peter Loshak. Today is August 5th. We are continuing our series of videos with Steve from collegefootball.com, taking a look at coaches in college football and discussing their historical ATS trends and tendencies. Steve has written a book called The Betting Black Book, which covers all this. You can get on Amazon.com. And of course, Steve's website is collegefootballwinning.com. Steve, tell us a little bit about what we can find there if we go to collegefootballwinning.com, your website.
Thank you, Peter. At collegefootballwinning.com, all we do is college football betting analysis all year round, even in the off season. We're a company founded on making betting recommendations using sets of algorithms. Put in coupon code SBR10, that's SBR10, you'll get 10% off of any membership that we're currently offering. And we always offer a 100% money back guarantee on the entire season.
Okay, sounds good. Urban Meyer of Ohio State is the coach we're going to take a look at now. Of course, he's been with Ohio State for several years. And before that, he was with Florida for a bunch of years. And before that, he had stints at Bowling Green and Utah. And I guess if I have any ATS tendencies that I have in my brain associated with Urban Meyer, it's that he's not afraid to run up the score if he has a reason to, if he's motivated to. So I definitely don't shy away from betting on him when he's coaching a team as a big favorite, and also not shying away from betting overs and team total overs with him. Just I think of him as a coach who's willing to run up the score if the situation and circumstances dictate it. So yeah, that's my only association with Urban Meyer. This year, of course, he's coaching at Ohio State. Steve from collegefootballwinning.com. What can you tell us about Urban Meyer?
The research I've done for Urban Meyer is based on where he is now. So it's Urban Meyer at Ohio State.
Okay.
So not at Florida,
okay,
not at Bowling Green, not at Utah. Why did I do that? I started initially wanting to provide a betting history of these coaches throughout their entire career. That's where I started my research, and quickly found that you're looking at how Urban Meyer did against the spread at Utah, for example, compared to how he does now when his reputation is built and established at Ohio State, is so markedly different that that information would no longer be helpful. In fact, it would be the opposite of helpful. It would help you lose money. So for that reason, I said, coach with his reputation intact at his current institution. How has he done there? So we're just talking about Urban Meyer at Ohio State right now. Just make that clear.
Yes.
So Urban Meyer is the head coach at Ohio State. He's been there since 2012. Against the spread, overall, 29, 24, and 1. That's winning at a rate of 54.72%, not including pushes. It's a good time to remind viewers that the break-even rate in standard college football betting is 52.38%. So he ranks 38th at 54.72% overall against the spread among all college football coaches that are active. At home, he's just 12, 16, and 1. So not meeting expectations there, 42.86%. He's ranked 75th in that category. Away, on the other hand, in away games, not including bowl games or college football playoff games, he's 14-7 against the spread. That's 66.67%. He ranks 14th in that category among all active college football coaches. Narrow point spreads. So I define this as any point spread that's less than a field goal, less than 3 points. And I did not differentiate between favorites and underdogs in that category. Why? Because the past 10 seasons, past 10 years of college football betting, when a team has opened as less than a 3-point favorite or underdog, those teams, the favorites and underdogs, switched places from opening to closing 25.37% of the time, so more than a quarter of the time. So in theory, a team could have been attracting money as an underdog from the opening all week long, only to become a favorite at the very last moment right before kickoff. So if I classified that team as a favorite, I felt that would be misleading. So he is in this category, narrow point spreads. Doesn't matter favorite or underdog, just less than 3 points on the closing line. 4-1 against the spread, that's 80%. It's very good, but it's also a pretty small sample size. As a favorite of at least 3 points, he at Ohio State, Urban Meyer is 20, 23, and 1 against the spread. That's 46.61%. But his sweet spot is unlike what you were thinking, Peter, and you're probably thinking of his history at Florida and Bowling Green and Utah. His sweet spot as a favorite is when he's a favorite of 3, so a field goal, to less than 2 touchdowns, so 3 to 13.5 points. He's 7, 3, and 1 against the spread there, 70% against the spread there. Rest of the time, though, you historically, at least at Ohio State, you want to back off of him there. As an underdog, though, Peter, 5-0 against the spread. Perfect 100% as an underdog at Ohio State. In conference, 18-15-1 against the spread. That's winning at a rate of 54.55%. That's the third best in the Big Ten in that category. Out of conference, he's 11-9, so just one away from being perfect with expectations. Total preparation. I like this category. Total preparation means that when a coach had with his team at least 10 days to prepare for a game, how did they do? I was very interested. How did they meet public betting expectations when it came to against the spread outcomes? So that could mean the first line game of the season, after bye weeks, before bowl games, before college football playoff games, literally any game where a coach had at least 10 days with his current team to prepare for that next team. I call it total preparation. As a total preparation coach, Urban Meyer's 9-5 against the spread. That's 64.29%. So he ranks 26th. It's very good in that category. First game of the season, he's only had 4 seasons at Ohio State so far. So he's 3-1 against the spread, 75%. If you're taking all of this, you sort of look at the conclusions here, Peter, and he's a very good away coach, an amazing underdog coach of if you're lucky enough to find Ohio State in a spot where they're an underdog. Any game where the spread is less than a touchdown, it doesn't matter if Ohio State is the favorite or the underdog. Okay, just a game where he's less than a touchdown. He is 12-2 against the spread. It's 85.71% against the spread. So if you jump on Ohio State under Urban Meyer when they're less than a touchdown, doesn't matter favorite or underdog, 12-2 against the spread, Peter. Now the not so good for him, not so good at home, and not so good, believe it or not, at Ohio State as a big favorite. As anything 2 touchdowns or more, he's just 13-20 against the spread. That's 39.39%.
Very interesting stuff. Steve from collegefootballwinning.com. I'm just wondering how much of that might have to do with the kinds of teams that he's had at Ohio State. And now, of course, this year there's a lot of young players, so maybe it's sort of a unique roster for him, and so these tendencies might not hold.
Young but talented, as Urban Meyer
supremely
said himself.
talented. Right.
As he said himself, if they were young and not so talented, he would be more concerned. But young and talented, he's dealt with a very similar scenario before at Florida, and he is certainly left. He has dealt with departing Ohio State talent before. There are just a handful of coaches that can really handle this, and Urban Meyer is one of them.
Sounds great. Steve's website is collegefootballwinning.com. His book that you can get at Amazon, The Betting Black Book. Thanks so much, Steve. Talk to you again very soon.
Thank you, Peter.
Always on the go? Bet365 has one of the top mobile platforms in today's market. Sign up today and don't let your busy life keep you out of the game.